There's been a major reveal about Florence Whitaker's character from Rogue One, and I have the details. Hello Star Wars fans, my name's Joel Robinson, and this is a deep analysis of the newly announced Star Wars Rogue One character, Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera in Rogue One is a battle-hardened leader of the rebellion, and someone who is accustomed to the horrors of warfare. He will be a character who will be a brutal fighter against the Empire. Pablo Hidalgo has described him as someone who's on the extreme side of the Rebel Alliance.
Saw, if you were to think about him, he is sort of only the more extreme side of the Rebel Alliance.
Longtime fans of the Clone Wars will know that Saw was introduced to us in Season 5 in an episode called A War on Two Fronts, where he fought alongside Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka. But the history of the character is even older than that. All the way back in 2010, when George Lucas was developing a live-action Star Wars TV series, he had already written the character of Saw Gerrera. He had 50 hours of the show written, but sadly, it did not make it to primetime. Yet fortunately, Saw did live on through the Clone Wars TV show. In Rebels, Agent Kallus tells Zeb about Saw Gerrera and his mercenaries, and the vicious tactics they used on Alderaan. Listen to this excerpt of Agent Kallus describing the fight on Alderaan.
The boys and I were deployed to Alderaan to bring peace and security to a troubled world. We were on a routine patrol and ran into one of your rebel friends, a Lasat mercenary who worked for Saw Gerrera. I was lucky. Knocked out by the first blast.
It is from his actions during the Clone Wars and during the time period in Rebels that gained Saw fame as a leader and fighter. In Star Wars Bloodline, a story about the rebuilding of the Rebel Alliance after Return of the Jedi, General Leia is reminded of Saw's radical tactic. Here's what Ranslem Kansterfoth has to say about the rebel tactics, including those of Saw. If you ask me, that hardly condones the terrorist tactics of the Rebel Alliance. What about the rebel assault on Vivona? Or the campaigns of Saw Gerrera's partisans? Can you condone that? In Rogue One, there'll be a great time of unrest as the Rebel Alliance begins to unify. This is a time when the rebels are beginning to come together, and Saw will be a part of that. The rebels that come together are not coming from a shared sense of morality, but more from fear and hatred towards the Empire, and the knowledge that if they don't work together, the Empire, through the Death Star, will become the ultimate power in the universe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Saw Gerrera coming to Rogue One. And do you think Forrest Whitaker's take on the character will be accurate to what we already know about him? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this content, then please subscribe. And as always, may the Force be with you.